Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, our online talk show where we get to celebrate people and organizations who are impacting lives positively, and as well celebrate people and places and positive news in Africa and across the world. My name is Dr. Kemi Akiode Adebayo, also known as Mama K. And in today's program, yes, it is the month of June, where in South Africa, we celebrate Youth Day on the 16th of June each year. And we're about celebrating our youth in the whole month of June. So yes, we've got amazing three awesome, inspirational young people lined up for you. So this is celebrating three inspirational youth in the month of May, our part one series. Well, I'm going to start with one young lady, dynamic, multi-talented, Miss Janine Fortuin, who is the founder and director for Delft Art Outreach, which is based in Delft, Cape Town, South Africa. And when I had the conversation with her, we titled it Power in Unity. Wow, you need to watch the full episode. So we're just going to show you a snippet here where I was asking Janine, for her, what are some of the life lessons she could share, with young people that would help them? Enjoy. That you feel you've learned that could help a younger Janine, to say, okay, if I had known this at 15 or 12, maybe this could have helped me with some things, or maybe not. So just if you could share some life lessons, with us, that would be beneficial to young people.
No, I think back when I was in grade 11, I was 16 years old. I had a teacher, English teacher, I respected her a lot. And she said to me, Janine, I think this program will work very good for you. I think you must get involved. And I didn't have any self-confidence in myself. But out of respect for this English teacher of mine, I actually went to the tryouts. It was for a debating team. Okay. And I don't know what happened, but I got into the debating team that day. And I ended up becoming part of a group of 4 young girls. We formed a debating team, Model United Nations, actually back then. And we debated at the Parliament.
Yes. I know, my sons used to be on the MUN and not used to. Okay.
Yes, that was my springboard. And we won the regional competition by grace. We won the national competition. And we found ourselves at 16 years old in New York City debating. And at that time was the very first time that my lens, like my view changed of the world, because I was just in Delft and then things started to become much broader for me all of a sudden. And when that happened to me, it felt like the world was under my feet, like there was nothing I couldn't do. So that self-confidence was something for me that really kept me back, I think. But from a young age, I'm so thankful that at 16, I was taught that, no, you know what, I think, but even after that experience, I think my self-confidence was still not at the level where it should have been. And also didn't really care much about my community, like I told you. So if I must look back now, I would have wished that I would have learned how rewarding it could be to care about others, to extend yourself to other people and to share yourself with other people. I think I would have started sooner. With community work, really. That's the only thing I regret, is not starting sooner, to be very honest with you.
Right. You know what? We need to start. Wow, Janine, thank you so much for being so honest with us there, saying for you, lack of confidence was an issue that you had, and you wish you had been able to set up your own organization way earlier, which was due to not having that confidence. So you're encouraging young people to have self-confidence in themselves. So thank you so much, Janine, for that. And we wish you and your organization all the best. Thank you for all you're doing in the community. Our next guest, featured guest for this episode celebrating inspirational young people, is a brother, son, friend, everything. To me, I call him my third son. He is Mr. Sgwentu. He's an entertainer, a software consultant who is based in Cape Town, South Africa. And when we had a full conversation, we called the title Pursuing Your Passion, where Sipho, I believe, is pursuing his passion in what he's doing just now. And I was asking him about Yeah, what does Youth Month, Youth Day mean to him personally? Enjoy. Day or Youth Month, or those sacrifices, that were made in 1976, what does that mean, to you personally? And what changes would you like to see for young people in South Africa?
I think for me, actually, Youth Day or Youth Month, to me, it's more of an inspiration to the entire Africa, because the whole of Africa, the beauty of Africa is we are a young continent in every sense of the word. You know what I mean? Yes, we are an ancient continent, but then we have our murky history, and now with what the current structure is, we're young. We're very young, vibrant people walking across our land. And I think the youth, like us as Africans, what we need to learn is, especially during this youth time, is to maybe block off the noise of what's happening externally. You know what I mean? We're quick to, we have posts about what's happening in America's black youth, but I've never heard about a South African posting about what's happening in Kenya. And that's the most concerning factor to me. You know what I mean? Like, let's not worry about, as youth, let's push, and it's not saying that America's problems isn't bad, but we should also accept that America's problems is their problems. Yes, they are related to us in our melanin, combination, but Africa's got its own thing, and its own thing is its youth. Like, there's no other continent has this gift. We have an entire, from Cape to Cairo, we have young people everywhere. Hungry, passionate, intelligent. They're exposed to internet like no other generation before them is. So I think for our June 16th month should be, and what was the Soweto uprising, which relates to that. These youth were inspired by other Africans, because they weren't hearing news from America. They weren't hearing news from, they were hearing news from other Africans talking about freedom. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So that was the unification of that thought. So we should evoke that again. Like, it's not June 16th where it's a youth, we're going to express and show the world what we think about it. We're going to show each other where we've come. You know what I mean? Like, we're resilient, we're great. Our parents, unlike any other continent, well, not like any other continent, but unlike a lot of continents, every single one of us have parents that have experienced the most intense type of hatred, racism, attacks. Every single one of us. There's no black child in Africa that's parent hasn't experienced that. So we are second generation brilliant. Because if they like there's this quote that I want to leave with, or state, it's our ancestors have already earned our crown. All we have to do is wear it. And then that's what we should remember for June 16th.
Okay. You need to say that again. Yes, I completely agree with you, Sipho, there. Yes, our young people need to embrace, Africa more. And like you're saying, it shouldn't be about them just thinking about what is happening in Europe, when we have so much, happening for us in Africa, and that they need to promote Africa. I completely agree with you. And wishing you all the best in all that you do, and making people laugh, what you do as an MC, a comedian. Thank you for pushing the agenda for a positive Africa, and as well South Africa. Okay, now we've got to our final third featured guest. Is a dear Kay-Dee, who is Kay-Dee to most of us. Khotso, Dineo, Mashile. She is the CEO, founder of Perfect Love Publications, which is based in Cape Town, South Africa. And the title of our full conversation, like I said, you need to check it out on our YouTube and Facebook page. We titled it Trust Your Seasons. And I believe, for Kay-Dee, she's had so many seasons, and like we all. So we really need to trust our seasons. So go and watch the full episode of that conversation of her sharing her story. And I was asking Kay-Dee, like I normally do to ask all our guests, is what social issues, for her that she feels needs more to be done, and what solutions, are there. She's a solution person. Enjoy. Women issues, obviously now, and issues that affect young people, as well. What other issues for you make you kind of, and I can tell already, and I'm just asking again anyway, what other social issues, for you that you feel needs attention, even if you're doing it or maybe not doing it? And I don't want to focus on the issue, but I want to focus on what are the solutions for that issue? So if you share with us. Please.
Yeah, I'll try my best to be brief. But one of the things that I really like stay awake about, it's young Black people. I believe I'm a Black person because God has this heart that He wanted to express. But I really I cry for the potential that's lost in disadvantaged communities. I mean, I can be the exception to the rule. I am living in a nice neighborhood. I have these things, but there are so many young Black people who don't have jobs, who don't even know that they have access to education, whose best ambition is, if I could just work at ShopRite, or if I could just do this. So I think for me, I really try hard to expose young people to opportunities. I try hard to, even with my social media, the things that I do, I always say I am from a village. I am a village girl. If I can be from, of course I have the privilege, had the privilege of having an army dad, moved around, but if I could be from the same village as you and I can be this person, so can you. I am no exception. I am not special. We are special, right? So even with the company, even with the nonprofit initiatives that we do, we recently started doing, we piloted and we're still developing a program that takes universities to the rural areas and townships to have open day events there and show them what is available to them, show them what's accessible to them, and really just inspire them. I know it sounds like a very small thing, but I didn't know I was going to go to university until I saw a university displayed on a projector screen. I was like, I want to go there. Why can't I go there? So that's just my thing to say. There's so many issues. I mean, every kind of issue you can think about, it's condensed in these communities, and all because the young people are not enlightened. So I would like to expose young people, inspire them, and actually then take them into these opportunity spaces for them to, and when they're in there, for them to even be empowered to stay and succeed. Because you give NSFAS to a child who has no groceries at home, then they don't have stationery, because it's better for me to take the money home. Do you understand? So those issues are things that are near and dear to my heart, and I really wish there could be more done. And I'm open to chatting to anybody who knows what to do. I am open to giving my time, to giving my skills to really help in those spaces.
You're saying that publicly.
Yes. I mean, until I get married and have children, you still have my time, so use me.
Yes, Kay-Dee, you have a good heart, and thank you. You're already doing so much with your publications, giving young people the platform, to share their story, to say things about themselves. So yes, I can empathize and I can feel what you're saying about, young people, keep you kind of going, whereby you feel there's still so much that needs to be done. A lot of young people don't have jobs, they don't have work, they don't have access to education, good quality education even, and you feel there needs to be more that needs to be done. And I believe, you're doing your bit to try and address that through working with others and giving the young people a platform to educate themselves and to do more. So thank you so much, Kay-Dee. Wow, yes. Our 3 amazing, inspirational, 3 featured young people for this month of celebrating young people and youth in South Africa and all over Africa. Thank you. I salute you all. I see you. I honor you. Thank you for all you do. And those we haven't mentioned, you are doing amazing, good, great things, even without people knowing or seeing you. We really appreciate you. So nobody might see you, but remember that someone up there is watching, and you're doing it because you love doing it. Thank you, because you're also young, and yet you're still doing so much in your community. We have various people that we've met, through Bold Moves, who at the age of 7 are volunteering. They've set up NGOs, they're working in the community, they're serving, they're running a business, and a lot of other things. And we have the ones who are still struggling and need help. So thank you for all those who are impacting the lives of our youth as well, allowing them to have access to education, allowing them to promote their skills, their talent, giving them a platform, and allowing them as well to showcase whatever business, you know, they want to do. Thank you. There's still more we need to do. We cannot do it alone. And as we say in Africa, Ubuntu, and it takes a village to raise a child. Let us keep sowing so much into our young people, the girl child, the boy child. There's so much to do, but let us not get overwhelmed with the magnitude of work that we need to do. So even if it's one child at a time, one youth at a time, one school at a time, one community at a time, that's good enough. Well, that's all we've got time for today. This is Dr. Mama Kay saying, take care of yourself, stay blessed, stay safe, love you all.
And let's get it going.